What's up, guys? We got another Grind to Success interview here. You've seen him before. He's been the first interview. Code 9 Gaming, 900 Bills, Antoine Payne. Let's get it started. What's up, world? Welcome to the 27th episode of Grind Towards Success. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. I already introduced him before, but it's 900 Bills, Code 9 Gaming, Antoine Payne. The last time you was on, I remember you said you was a YouTuber, you make music, you also do video gaming, and like get this big YouTube channel. But what exactly do you do? Like, what exactly for the fans at home who are just now seeing you only and not the whole interview, which that's Grind Towards Success episode, I believe was what, 4, 5, 6, and 7? No. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's what it was. So go back and see those. You want to see like everybody at the table talking about just a bunch of random stuff and also our careers and goals. But exactly what do you do? Because you explained a little bit of it, but you never got the chance to go into details.
I am dominantly an artist that makes music and focuses on music and music videos. I make that's what I mainly focus on, and my hobby is video gaming, so I turn my hobby into part of my passion as well with making music. So now I make audio and visual art, so I'm an all-around artist in general instead of just being classified as a music artist, which I was then. I'm now I classify myself as an artist in general because I make visual and audio art. So as far as YouTubing, I love YouTubing because it allows me to make visual audio. It allows me to make visual art. So I can put in edits and people that can see my edits. I can put in the cutouts of the graphic art that I make into my video, and I feel like it makes my video a little liver. So that's why I like being a YouTuber compared to being just like a video gamer. Also because video games are really expensive and I can't afford them, so I can't be a video gamer like I'd love to be.
Okay, so you're evolving pretty much. Like you're always constantly evolving. Yeah. So how was it like when you first started though?
When I first started, it was really cool because it was just an idea I had. I didn't have any type of like idea on what I wanted to do, like how I would do it. I just kind of made it. Like the first Code 9 website that like it didn't allow people to upload content. It didn't it didn't have a shop on it. No merchandise was able to be sold. It was just kind of like a MySpace page is what it seemed like. It was just like my personal MySpace page. And then the team that I had that started with me, the group of subscribers who I gotta say thank you to them, and like all 700 subscribers that I have on my YouTube page, I gotta say thank you to you guys being loyal. And I take patience on making my videos. I try to, and I try not to make you wait too long on a new video. But life happens and things happen that don't allow me to that free time. But just like starting out, I had less free time than I have now, and it was because that was right when my son was being born, and that was kind of like my kicker to really do it. Is like, what do I want him to see as my legacy? And it's like, what do I love to do? I love the video game. Like, I want my son to be smart, but like I'm a pretty smart kid, and like I love video gaming. So that's what I want him to see. On top of, I make music, but like when he goes to listen to my music as well, he'll understand the message that's in there. Not only because like I'll be able to explain to him, hey, these are what these lyrics mean, but at the same time he'll be able to see that mixed with the visual art that I put to it, and he'll be able to really understand my message. And that's kind of why I got into music as well, because all the music that's coming out these days isn't really something that I'd want my son to be following, as far as like, oh, these are like what happens in life. Like, that happens in life, but there's a lot that doesn't happen in life to you specifically, or it might never happen in your life specifically, that goes on in the music world that some people don't know about. And sometimes, like, for instance, like trapping, it's a real highlighted thing. Everybody loves to talk about it in their music, and that's what the music is dominated on now, because it's kind of like, it was an underground scene and now it's the live scene. But I don't want my son looking at it like, when he gets older, trapping's not going to be the live scene. It's not going to be the live scene anymore because it's already had its cycle. there's going to be a time that the new trap comes up, and maybe it'll have like robot sounds in the background of it, talking about how the person is trading like body parts or something instead of, you know, dope bags. It's going to be body parts as their trap because it's like 2030 and we have like detachable body parts and we're robots or something. You know, maybe that happens, but I just don't want, I don't want my son to say that like I didn't provide him with what he needed. So on top of giving him like that education, I know I can make art as well that'll be educational to him. So I want to provide him that art as well.
So, okay, when it comes to music and gaming, because you talked about it, what do you say your genre is when it comes to music, and then what style of gaming do you do? That way the people at home kind of understand, like, oh, he just doesn't do music and gaming, because you combine yourself. I've seen some of your work, you combine it. So it's like your music over the fact you're like streaming a video game. So what kind of games do you play? What kind of style of music do you do?
I think my video games really does match my style of music because I love free roam games more so, or games that give me like all control of aspects. So like the starter games for me were Sims. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. The starter game for me was Sims, and then after I moved up from the Sims, I got on to Grand Theft Auto, which my stepdad got me started on because he had a PC, like the older PC. He was one of the first PCs I ever had that didn't only play Pong or Tetris. Like it played Grand Theft Auto. So when I played that, it kind of like opened my mind up and opened my world up to like, oh, this is stuff that goes on in the world. This is stuff that like I'll never be able to do in real life, but I can do it here. So that's kind of like the games that I like. I'll play Call of Duty. I try to stray from playing like sports games like 2K18 and stuff like that because you know, they're repetitive. All I do is go get on the court, shoot some hoops, or, you know, run up and down the field. I like those games, but it has to be a storyline to it. Like Blitz the League has a storyline for the football team. So though you're a superstar coming through the league and playing, it's also an like out of bounds league. So while the normal league is sitting here, oh, the ball's spiked down, nobody can touch. You know, I'm beating a player down with my helmet in my hand and just beating his skull in. You ever play Blitz?
No, I know what you're talking about. I didn't play.
Yeah.
I'm a Madden kind of guy. I enjoy Madden. Because Madden also do storyline, also do coach mode. You can be the NFL owner. So there's a bunch of stuff to do with Madden.
Yeah, see.
But as far as like your music though, because you play those kind of games, but how do you match that music with the game? So like, what are you doing? What kind of songs you playing on your video game you're playing?
Well, like when I play my video games, I kind of start getting ideas in my head. Like, you know, it'll probably take me a good 5 to 7 years before I own a Lamborghini or Ferrari or like any car that goes over 200 miles an hour. So I play Grand Theft Auto, and yeah, I'll be in an Xbox Live party with some friends. But you know, if it gets quiet for too long or something and nobody's talking, I need music. So I can't play Spotify and that stuff that I already know, because then I'm riding around singing their song and it's kind of boring to me because like I do this in my car. So why would I want to do that in this $200,000 car that I just paid cash for, you know? So I get on there and I just start freestyling, and
you talk about game cash too. Sorry about that. Like real cash or game cash?
Yeah, well, like game cash. You know, I just bought it $200,000 cash
on the video game.
Yeah, on the video game. So when I cash out on a car, it's just one of those things of like, I just spent $200,000 on a car. Now I'm about to go smoke some weed out the jar, or like, you know, it's just a random freestyle. You're not really doing it, but you know that character could be, because that's where you are right now. So that's why I like gaming and making music, because like one of my goals is like my earliest goal that I have set for me, and it's a short-term goal, is to be on Grand Theft Auto 6. Like I have like at least one song on Grand Theft Auto 6, because Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, people know those songs. A lot of people like those songs. Some of them are songs that I've never heard, but I heard it on there and I was like, oh, that's crazy. Gucci Mane and Sierra have a song on Grand Theft Auto 5. Never heard before that, but it's on there. And you know, it's just like some people get paid to just make the songs for that game.
So kind of like back in the day when people had Madden and NBA and like those
you know,
soundtrack on there.
Back then. Yeah.
Like you didn't know who the artist was until you heard that song. Like I didn't know who Rise Against was I heard the song Drones on Madden '07. I was like, oh, this is a nice song. I enjoyed listening to this. And there's other artists on there like Will I Am had a few songs on there like in '05. Like just
I wouldn't
like
mind
that.
getting on a WWE game like that. I play WWE as well. So like if I could get on that soundtrack, I'd like that even more because you know, the later games they're cutting down the soundtrack size.
Yeah.
So I think like the last game had like 3 songs on it. It seemed like.
Like it was on repeat. Plus, you also get to edit your songs, so you get to choose what kind of songs you have.
You can walk out too. Yeah.
So you kind of explain a little bit why you got started, but like what really got you going with this? 'Cause I know you said your son is one of the reasons, but what's another reason that you got started?
More so of I have like a very active mind and like I'm always creating stuff and I just thought it would be wrong to let it be dormant. Like yeah, I could just focus. I'm an internet and cybersecurity major, so like I could just focus on school and really learn how to do it and like put all my energy into that. And it's like yeah, that'd be cool. I could come out as a possibly a straight A student and like I'd have an infinite profound knowledge of this particular subject, but because like I feel it would be wrong to like keep that dormant and not share my creativity with the world. I'm in school. I'm a straight B student, but I create stuff on YouTube. I have like active followers. I have photos that like people like to see. I can take video game photos and people will tell me they like to see those. And you know, it's just one of those things of like, why should I keep myself locked in this corner of the world when I could do, you know, all this? Like I know how to do all of this stuff. Why not put my ring in the hat, you know? That's
pretty good, man. That's dope. It's nice what you said there. It's a lot of good stuff. I hope you guys rewatch that or just rewatch what he said there. That's pretty good. Like how he said that he wants to get started. Like why keep himself why hold himself back? You know, he has all this stuff going on. He got in and got involved. It's pretty dope, man. One thing I want to bring up because you say you're on YouTube. You got a lot of followers. Do you also on any other platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter?
I'm on everything. I try not to be like, I'm not super social in the world, but I am super social. The days that I do get on Facebook I guess Facebook is the one I'm most active on just because I feel like that's like your closest fan base that you'll have out of the platforms. You know, Twitter is a good platform for global marketing. If you want people all over the world to see you, then you get on Twitter and you go hard on Twitter. Like some of the guys on the Wax Dabby team, Kellen goes by God Particles, Freddie goes by Fred. You'll find them on Twitter at Freddie Cal. See, I can't even tell you what you find them on Twitter as because they get suspended so much. But they have active followers on Twitter because people on Twitter love them. So no matter if they get suspended or not, they'll make a new account and get 500 followers that same day because people love them on Twitter. And that's the global market of Twitter is, yeah, you can suspend me, but I can come right back and I'm back better than ever. Like, that's why people love Twitter. If you want to be, as far as like marketing to your closest fan base, Facebook is best for that because it allows you to post photos, videos, and just text statuses as well. So Facebook, I'm on Facebook mostly. I go live more than anything just because I'm trying to really grasp people's interactions from Facebook because Facebook is my deadest page. Instagram, I can garner like at least 21 to 45 likes on a post, just on a picture post, and then I can go like 3 days without posting and still get that same amount of likes the next day. Facebook, I can make a super hilarious post that got 5 retweets on Twitter. I can make that post on Facebook and nobody will react to it. Get no reactions at all. I can make like, you know, there's other posts that I make and I'll get like 12 reactions on Facebook. So
sorry, didn't interrupt.
No, go ahead.
So, okay, you know your Twitter, you say you got those same reactions on Twitter. Why don't you go all in on one platform? Or you think it's good to go all in on one platform?
I mean, you probably get you possibly get a better production plan out of going hard on one platform, but it just depends on the type of person you are. Like me, I can't sit on Twitter all day. Like when I was first in school, and like when people called me Poseidon because I was the god of water, and like I had two brothers that like one was Hades and one was Zeus. Like when people called me Poseidon, I was on Twitter forever. Like you can still hashtag bitch on Poseidon, and it will show up all my tweets from 2013. Like I've been Poseidon forever. I still call myself Poseidon. I have a mixtape on that I'm working on called Poseidon of the Wave, just because like back when like people weren't talking about the wave, nobody was really mentioning being on the wave or riding the wave. I was using water references for everything that I was doing. Like it like I was Poseidon, so like if I was trying to go hang out with people, I'd be like, y'all trying to go swim, like. That was just me. It was just y'all trying to go swim. Like let's go take some laps in the pool. Like I was making water references, and swim would mean like you trying to go hang out.
But any advice for the fans at home, for the people watching at home, like if they want to get their own like social media following, like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, like you think they should go all in on one? You're not all in on one. You're on different stuff. And you said your Facebook was lacking, so you went more to Facebook. So what advice to them who want to get started?
The best advice I would give if you want to get started on a platform is pick your platform, and then after you pick your platform, dominate it, and that'll get you where it is. Don't make posts on any platform. Don't make posts where you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Don't make posts where you don't seem sure of yourself. None of those posts. Like if you need to do that, if that's like something that helps you emotionally by venting, then like get a OneNote and share it. Like get your link and share it with your parents, and then go in your OneNote and make your shouts of emotional.
What's a OneNote? Am I me asking?
The Microsoft OneNote.
Okay.
Like the app, so that way instead of sharing how bad your day was to the entire world, who's supposed to be like your fan base and your following, instead of sharing that to them, maybe like giving out more details than you need to. That's something that you could put in a OneNote, and like the people that you want to see it will see it, compared to making a subliminal tweet or message and
subtweet.
Yeah, subtweet. those are the worst things. Really, is subtweets, and like subtweets just recently became poisonous, and I like within the last 3 years they became poisonous because somebody, and like subtweets are bad because you can make a subtweet saying about how great your day was. Like I had a fantastic day today. I got interviewed by Ali Zakka. I got to be on his YouTube channel. Like fantastic day today. And I could just make the status that says fantastic day today. You would see it and know like, hey, I interviewed him today. That's probably why. That's a good thing. That's a good subliminal message. But I can make that same status and be like, today was terrible. And you could see it and be like, oh, was it something I did? Like, and it's just one of those things of like, if Ali is part of my fan base, why would I want him to think that I'm talking about him badly? So you should make sure you save sub messaging for a OneNote. Save it for a song that you're writing or something that like will go and really be in front of the masses, and will really like incorporate its message compared to allowing it to be construed into like a negative image in somebody's head. Especially because like that's your fan base.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. If you want to choose a social media platform, if you want to dominate on social media, then you need to choose a specific platform and go your hardest on it. I personally, I've done my best on Instagram because I just started Instagramming a year ago. Like I just started Code 9 Gaming a year ago. When I was doing it, like actively making Grand Theft Auto picture posts, and originally I started Code 9 Gaming because I love video gaming. So it wasn't supposed to be one of those things where I just post Grand Theft Auto photos, but Grand Theft Auto gave us the camera inside the game that allowed us to do that. So I took that advantage, and I just off of making Grand Theft Auto posts, I got 600 followers within half a year. Like it hasn't been long. And I don't post photos of Grand Theft as actively as I used to, so my following kind of slowed down because that's what people were looking at before. So my following kind of slowed down, but like I still got subscribers coming into Code 9 Gaming. I still have subscribers that I play with on Xbox Live daily. So, you know, it's not like it's a dead market for me. I'm still doing very well. Yeah, I could do better, but I can go harder too. And that's where it comes in, is like, yeah, if you're gonna do good, you got to realize how hard you're going to do that good, and then how much harder you have to go in order to do that better. And in order for me to do better, I feel like I need my Facebook, who's supposed to, you know, like, I keep my Facebook personal because I had one that wasn't personal. It was kind of, I had more friends on it and it got suspended. So I keep my Facebook personal now. It's really like my it's close amount of people I know. I've met them face to face. Like, we've had conversations before. You know that I can stand being around you. You can stand being around me. That type of thing. So I go hard on Facebook now, and just to get that live feeling. But I believe, like, the smartest networks to go hard on if you're gonna do this is YouTube and Twitter, because Twitter's a global market and YouTube is a global market, but YouTube will pay you for your efforts. And that's where it really comes down to, is to me, I don't want to put effort into anything I'm not getting paid for. Like, that, it just doesn't make any sense to me, because I'm paying for everything I do, so somebody should be helping me for whatever I'm doing.
Now, you did mention hard work. How many hours a week do you put into this? Like, do you have a 9 to 5 that you do, and then come home and step and, like, work on your business, work on like 900 bill, work on Code 9 gaming, work on all your video gaming, work on your music? Like, do you come home, or you, like, the whole day to sit there and just, like, wake up at 9 a.m., think I'm going to record, then I'll probably go back and play some video games? Or you'd be like, okay, go 9 a.m., 9 to 5, okay, now I got to come home, and I got this hour right here to work on this. How's your day looking like?
You know, like, before I had a son, my day would look like, I'd wake up and be like, I'm gonna record this song, and I'd record. I might finish the song at that time. I might, like, get a verse or two in, and then after I finish recording, I turn on the video game, because they're all in the same room. So, like, I like to keep my video games in the studio, because if I get, like, a mental block in the middle of a song, because, like, I'm right at this, like, really good note, like, I don't want to hit this note weirdly. So, like, I'm having a block on hitting it while I'm recording, just because for some reason my voice isn't hitting it right. Like, I don't know. So I'll take a break, turn on the game, and drive around through Los Santos for a little bit, jump out of a parachute, drive a fly plane around, because that's my favorite thing to do, and then I'm back to recording.
But do you also have a 9 to 5 too?
Back then I didn't.
Oh, back then.
But
okay.
You know, like, once I got a son, I was like, you know, I got to change things up. So now I work. It's not a 9 to 5. But I get phone calls. I'm on call pretty much from 4 until 6 in the morning. So my phone's always ringing. So it's really hard for me to record peacefully like I used to, because, like, you know, my phone's always ringing. And, like, if I don't answer the phone, then my boss is talking to me tomorrow about, like, why didn't you answer the phone? Like, you know how important answering that phone is. And then, you know, if I do answer the phone, that's, like, the time of me recording, me playing video games, me being live, like, things like that. Like, my live videos, some of them will do pretty well, and then they'll lose, like, all the followers because I have to pause the game because I have to answer this call. And that's why I tried to cut my live videos, so I go live between 2 and 4 now. But, you know, some people are at work 9 to 5, so there goes another big slice of that cake, or that viewers. So, you know, it's one of those things of, like, I have a structure set up now to where I wake up. My mornings are about my son, because that's the most important thing, is like I couldn't get paid enough cash to, like, do what I need to for him. And, like, that like, he pays me every single day I wake up. Like, he wakes me up, and first thing he says in the morning, TT, it means a drink, because, like, his mouth is dry, and it just cracks me up, because, like, my mouth is dry when I wake up in the morning. Like, yeah. I know, like, and every time he says it in the morning, I'm just like, right? Like,
okay, so, like, good points there. Sorry to interrupt, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but what you said brought something to my attention. You have a kid, you also have a family, you also work, and yet you still able to have time to work on your business. I keep saying business, but it kind of is.
It is a business, yeah.
Yeah, work on your career, work on what you want to do. And, like, the people at home who have this family who's like, I can't do anything because my kid, I gotta have a 9 to 5, and I go home, take care of my kid, get them in bed by, this X amount of time. And then they have like free time though. They have maybe an hour, 30 minutes. Like you take advantage of that space you have.
Yeah.
And you put that towards making something better instead of just sitting there like watching Netflix or watching just playing video games and not thinking of anything else. Like you actually making something out of playing video games when a lot of people who try to say video games something, you're just wasting your time. No, you're actually making something productive out of that. Like, and that's something I want to point to when he said that. So make sure you guys rewind what he said about, his kid and how he says mornings for his kids, and then he has that 2-hour block where he only can do music.
Yeah, you really have to structure your day. Like the thing that most people don't realize is how much time they do spend on their phones. And me, I'm only in my phone because it's my work phone. When I had 2 cell phones, I was only in phones because one of them I was doing social media posts on, the other one I was doing like my work stuff on. When you have a kid, like they deserve all your attention, yes. But at the same time, there's times that they don't need you, and there's times that like you have to give them space from you, or they're not gonna grow themselves. So like my son's in daycare Monday through Friday, and I don't like him in daycare Monday through Friday because when I pick him up from daycare, I get him for an hour after daycare, and then he has to go, and then like I have to go to work normally, like. Cause I go I'm on call from 4 to 6, but for like 2 hours I'm gone and I'm in the office. Like I have to go be in the office, and like it's like 2 to 4 hours. So between that 2 to 4 hours, he can fall asleep for the night, and it's like the only time I had with him was that morning, and that's like all the time I had. So I try to make sure like I spend my time with my son, and like. Every time I'm spent with him, he's spent smiling, and that's how I know I did that right. And then once I drop him off, that like 2-hour gap from 11 to 1, where I'm kind of by myself, I take that time to either do some schoolwork. I check in on my schoolwork. I don't always do it. I'm really bad about doing my schoolwork, but like I said, I'm a straight B student. I kind of do that deliberately, which is like a bad thing about me, but a good thing as well. It's like I can go harder, It's one of those things I know I can go harder. I need to go harder, but I don't go harder there because I'm going hard on all these other forms, and that's where I sever my energy is. I make me a straight B student from 11 to 1, and then from 1:30 to 4, I either work on music or record a video stream, or I do a video stream live. And like I have 2, like last week, one of my artists came back in, my cousin came back in, and we did an interview. We did that video. I took so much time editing that video and getting it right that I missed the live stream day. But I ended up recording the next 2 days. I recorded game streams so that this week, when this is Sunday, Mm-hmm. That's how hard I go. Sometimes is I put so much energy in a lot of stuff that I miss like the deadlines I set for myself. So like I set a deadline for making videos every single Friday, giving a Friday wrap up of the video games that I played through the week, and I'm behind on that just because I put so much time into editing that video, because I had to take advantage of it. Yeah. He was in town at that time. I took advantage and made that video what it is, and I like it. It's a great edit. Like I said, I really love making visual and audio art more than like doing anything. Like if somebody gave me the option to make to edit videos mm-hmm. over playing video games, I'm probably gonna edit some videos, because all these effects and stuff, all the stuff I can do, I know I can do to videos, and like that can be done to videos. I have to try it.
That's dope, man. It's pretty cool. You just said there. Another question. Where do you want to see your career going?
I really see myself as being a data analyst when I get older. Just somebody who can come in, check over some stuff.
But as far as like, not like your...
Oh, career.
Not like your what's that's the word career. But it's professional, not professional. What's the word I'm looking for?
You don't want my professional career. You want my
like if you're like, do you see yourself taking 900 bills, Code 9 gaming to like a whole nother level, or do you just see like this is something you want to do at the moment, and then it's helping you get by through life at the moment, and then the future, like I want to see myself in the professional career, which is not professional. I guess the term I'm looking for. I guess that is the term, but you know, like
well, okay, yeah. I do see this as being a professional career for me in the future. Right now, my
corporate. Sorry. The corporate career. Like, can you just say data analyst? Like, wait a minute. We're talking about your music career and your video gaming. Do you want to see that be your thing, or you know, you're just doing this at the moment because something you can do, it's fun to do, but you know, in the future, maybe you want to do something else. Like,
well, you know, the thing about being an artist is it gives you free reign to do whatever you want. Like I'm sure you know, there's artists that own basketball teams, or not own basketball teams, but they. There's artists that could have played for basketball teams. There's artists that like own stores and pawn shops and stuff. Like, you know, being an artist is another career choice that people make for like a monetary gain. Like, me as an artist, I have currently 800 plays a month right now on Spotify. I'm at around like 30,000 streams on Spotify. And like I made a little bit of money, and yeah, I see me growing as I go through the future. Like I see Wax Dabby being as big as Cash Money was. Actually, like I see Wax Dabby being as big as Taylor Gang is. You know, because like Wiz Khalifa is projected to be a billionaire soon. So yeah, I see me running right along that same path. The difference is have you ever heard of the Tiger Team? Like the Tiger Strike Team?
No.
It's a data analyst, or it's an IT team that people pay to break into their company. And like Jacobs, the jewelry place, they paid them to break in, like hack their technology and break into their security system to show them the flaws.
Okay.
And that's what I'm trying to do in my future. So I feel being an artist won't inhibit that at all, because
your corporate career.
Yeah, it won't inhibit my corporate career at all, because you know, this company just paid me to break into their software. Okay, give me 2 weeks and I'll be back to making some music again. And you know, like those are $100,000 jobs, like easily $100,000 to break into somebody's system and show them their flaws. It's not that hard. Like I go work at places now and I notice like flaws in security and stuff like that. So it's just something that I see me growing all around in the future. I see me being professionally an analyst or corporately an analyst, and then professionally an audio and visual artist.
So you're both parallels. There's not one going to stop and one the other one keeps going. So you're not going to break off. You're just going to keep it. Yeah. It's almost like a backup net, I guess you should say, in case that something happened, your visual artist career doesn't go off like the way you want to, at least you still have this career, or vice versa, the visual art career takes off, but your analyst side does it. Analytics is it analytics? Data analyst?
Data analyst, yeah.
Yeah, data analyst side. Can't speak. Sorry, guys. It's twice in this episode I've done that. Sorry. All right. Another question. What struggles have you experienced so far? What struggles have you faced? Like anything that's gotten your way? Challenges.
The biggest challenge is not knowing stuff. That's like the biggest challenge that you'll have to overcome is like me personally, what'll happen is I'll see something and be like, dang it, I don't know that, and I'll stress over not knowing it, but 2 seconds later, once I've learned it, it's one of those things of like, why are you stressing over that? Mm-hmm. You know, like it's a knowledge gap that you'll overcome. You have to overcome it.
But as far as like your videos and your music, like what challenges have you faced in that career? Or that aspect?
That one is just an aspect of my biggest challenge is interaction. I think like I get on Twitter now and I'll see like some of the KC artists out like G Watts or Ason. Like I hang out. I talk to both of them. They're cool people. Like we're on cool terms. Like I broke my phone climbing a tree at one of their parties one time. But like I see their stuff on Twitter and how much reactions they get from people on top of like the love they get from people when they're in person. And that's like my challenge is in person. I don't really get that love from people because people don't know about me really. Like I have a steady following, subscribers and stuff like that, but in my own town, it's not as strong, and that's my challenge to overcome is like really getting Wax Dabby from being like an internet figure to a local figure, and then bringing them to a global figure.
How you think about doing that?
That's the challenge right now. That's my challenge I'm working on is bringing Wax Abbey to a real global standing, because right now, yeah, I have some plays in Amsterdam. I have some plays in Switzerland. I have some plays in South America. Like I have plays in Mexico, North America. Like I have plays everywhere. But that doesn't make me a global figure yet, because when like if I go downtown, only a handful of people will know me, and if I go around like some of the other artists in KC that I talk to, more people they'll have more of a attraction locally than I will, and to me that's a challenge that I have to overcome, because it means that I'm not performing in one part that I need to be doing better in. So that's my challenge to overcome is the local interaction, and as far as being like, you know, the YouTuber I am, because YouTube gives me a nice reaction. The internet loves me. Don't know why, but yeah, the internet loves me. The city is a challenge that I think everybody has to overcome. You know, to really stand out in your city, you really got to do something.
All right. Well, good luck on that. Wish you the best on accomplishing that and getting over that challenge. Before we get to our last question, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at Chief900Bill. You can find me on Instagram at Code9Gaming or at 900Bill. I'll respond just as fast on either. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/bankbro DIEE, and that is Bank Brody with 2 E's, and those are my links: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Facebook, but like I said, you got to know me to be at my Facebook. You know, I don't really mind people knowing my name, but it's just one of those things that I won't add you because, you know, I post photos of my son. I'm in a trolling group on Facebook.
Trolling group?
Yeah, I got added to this trolling group on Facebook, and they're like really bad.
So you just troll people?
I don't. I had to get on there and get some people because like she tried to troll me because like, you know, it might be why the internet loves me. She said I had a really big nose, and then they started pointing out my mole, and like, you know, I was just like, you know, I heard all these jokes plus the Eddie Murphy jokes, heard all those in 2000. So you guys come with something better. But like, you know, it's because of groups like that. Like, they started going through my profile pictures, because that's what trolls do is they go through your profile pictures and start pulling pictures.
The haters.
Yeah, you know, start being haters.
Actually, it's funny. Couple of my videos got like some dislikes. I was like, oh, I'm getting recognized.
You're really doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
For some reason, like I love the likes and thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. But when I got that first like dislike on a video, I was like, all right, there's stuff to be worked on here. Yeah. Somebody noticing, and like disliked it out of spite. They disliked it because of the fact that it was a Marvel video. They didn't like Marvel. Like wherever the case may be, it was just like, what can I work on to get better here? Because now they got dislike. It's like there's room for improvement. So I don't know. The trolls.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, see, like they posted a picture of my son, and and then that, you know, that's kind of like that's a kicker at me. It's just like one of those ones of like, I know you can't really say anything bad about them because like, you know, none of it's true. Like now you're really trolling, but it's just one of those things of like, that's why I don't add strangers to Facebook, because I'm like really protective of my son, and like one of my songs says like, I'll do it if I have to, and like it goes for my son. Like anything that I have to do for my son, I'm gonna do.
Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a social media mongo. He's an entrepreneur. He started his own business, and one thing he says, like, he doesn't put his kids out there. Like he goes, his Gary Vaynerchuk his Gary V is his persona that he has on YouTube, Facebook, motivational speaker, all this stuff. But when it comes to his family, he doesn't talk about them. He doesn't really, like, he might know his kids' names, but he doesn't show them.
Mm-hmm.
You might know his wife's name, but you don't see her. You don't see anything about them. You'll see, like, he doesn't put them on social media. He doesn't do anything about that. But you might hear him talk about his stories because there's his kids.
Right.
But you don't know what they look like anything like that. Because people will try to do that kind of stuff.
If I got more famous, I definitely, like, when I get more famous, you know, like, I'll end up erasing, like, all images on social media of them. It's just like right now, I think I have a couple pictures of him on my Twitter. I know, like, my personal 900 Bill Instagram has photos of him on there because, like, that's my son. Like, 900 Bill's like my personal page more so than a promotion page. Like, Code 9 Gaming is a promotional page that, like, has a website link in it. Like, Code 9 Gaming is code9gaming.com. Just the Instagram version. And then that's like that's a perfect idea.
Last question. How do you define success?
Being happy in what you're doing. As long as like you're happy in exactly what you're doing, then you're successful. Because the hardest thing to do, and you'll hear it from millionaires and billionaires alike, you'll hear that the hardest thing to do is be happy in what you're doing. Same as, like, I got told that from somebody who was getting ready to be married, and he was like, you know, like, I'm happy. He was like, that's, like, the most important thing is your happiness. He's like, because that'll let you know how long you can really deal with something, or how long you can survive through something. Is how happy you are through it. So he was like, happiness is key. So, you know, to me, that really set me in a spot, because it was like, you know, as long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing, I'm happy. Like, I'm successful. I can't not be successful, because if I wasn't successful, I wouldn't be happy. You know?
Dope. Well, thanks, Antoine, for coming on to this episode of Grind Towards Success. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, wherever platform you listen to on, or hearing it on, or watching it on. Thank you guys. Antoine, thank you again. See you guys next time. Keep being awesome.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Before you go, I do want to mention I started my own business. It's called Lofty Ground Athletics. It's a motivational athletic brand. Our goal is to inspire and motivate you to go after your fitness and athletic goals. Now, on our website, which is www.loftygroundathletics.com, repeat that one more time, www.loftygroundathletics.com, we will have certain gear such as the Conquer Your Challenge 100% polyester shirt. Now, it's 100% polyester, or repeat that, 100% polyester. It only weighs 3.5 ounces, which means it's lightweight. It won't hold you down and let you get through any of your workouts. On the back, it has Lofty Ground Athletics on it, and these shirts are $15. We have another one that is Refuse to Be Outworked, which is also a $15 shirt. Check it out on our website at www.loftygroundathletics.com, and we're going to have more gear to come. And if you're watching this episode on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it. Please put a comment in the comment section below of a new topic or something you want me to talk about. And please subscribe. Lastly, you can follow me on Instagram there. Follow me on Snapchat there for new and daily motivational tips. And you can watch the next episode or the last episode of Grind Towards Success here, and watch Movie Showdowns, which is a movie review series that I've started. Other than that, thanks for watching this episode. Keep being awesome.